Hey, my peeps, how's everybody doing today? Hopefully, everybody's doing great. Well, guess what? Another big name hedge funder in the news today crying about how hard it's been the last year. The market's been like the Game of Thrones, he said. I don't get the reference because I don't watch the Game of Thrones, but he is crying, saying it's been tough. It's been tough to make money, us hedge fund guys. The guy's name is Dan+Loeb, runs Third+Point+Capital, and he's whining. He's saying nobody pays attention to the macro. Well, we do. Everybody's in crowded trades because you're all idiots. You're all jumping into the same trade based on all the wrong understanding of what is going on. So the last year has been easy for me. It's been easy for those following what I talk about in my analysis. It's been easy for those on MMT Trader. Now, when I say easy, I'm talking about ultimately we get everything right. It's never easy, okay? I don't want to give the wrong impression here. Trading is never easy, and a lot of you have come to understand this, and you have come to appreciate what I talk about with respect to mental game. Some of you have sent me private emails and messages saying, Mike, I see what you're talking about now. You know, sometimes my stomach is in a knot and I really have to work on my emotions, and I see how the mental game aspect is the most important. I mean, this is a stressful business. We're trying to make money. We know what's going to happen, but in the interim, there are going to be things in the market that will be driven by the lack of information, the lack of understanding, and sheer emotion by others. So we have to know how to deal with that, and sometimes we might be on the wrong side of that, and we have to just be patient and ride it out. But it just, you know, it's almost comical, the comments by Dan+Loeb, because despite the fact that these guys, they do manage billions and billions of dollars, which is really kind of amazing to me. But on the other hand, you could understand it because it's sort of an institutional game there. They come with a particular background or resume, and they raise a lot of money, and maybe they're good at kind of modestly underperforming the markets at all times. So, you know, and they get rich off of their management fees. But these comments really expose a total lack of sophistication. Like, we don't look at the macro. We're all in crowded trades. Gee, really? Like, wouldn't you want to be aware of basic conditions and the big picture? I remember having a conversation with one of these guys one time saying, you know what? We're not interested in the macro because we are bottom-up investors, meaning that they look at balance sheets, they look at financials of companies, and they choose in that fashion, which is great. That's their approach. But you want to know something? Basic conditions drive everything. You could have the best company in the world from the standpoint of its financials, and if basic conditions are terrible, that stock's not going to do anything. And vice versa. You could have a total shit company, and if you're in some kind of a booming, bull market, that stock's going to go up, even if it's an unjustified situation. We saw that in the late 90s, right? So the comments from these guys really expose their lack of sophistication every time they open their mouths. It could be about, why they are performing so badly. It could be comments about the market itself or the economy, right? We see it all the time. So it becomes very clear to us, and at the same time, it should reinforce to you the knowledge or the belief that we can beat these guys every single time because they're not looking at the right information. And even if they were looking at the right information, they don't understand how it interacts with or what that information is telling them. They do not understand. They're operating from a false understanding and a flawed understanding of the monetary system. And like I said yesterday, and I made fun of it, but it's a true statement. They're not interested. See, that's the thing. They're not interested in understanding how things work. They are very, very, very set and comfortable, I might add, in their false paradigm. So we'll let them have it because it gives us a complete and utter advantage. Okay? All right, everybody. See you in a little bit. Bye-bye.